I was doing everything right. Working out, eating clean, in a real calorie deficit, and the scale would not move for months until one evening I looked down at the glass in my hand, a margarita, salt rim, the second one of the night. And that's when I went looking for the biology, because as a nurse, the math wasn't adding up. What I found changed how I drink. Not because I quit, I still enjoy a beautiful drink on the weekend. But I learned something about how a midlife woman's body handles alcohol that nobody had ever explained to me. So today, I'm walking you through it. But before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. My purpose is to continue sharing informative, encouraging content to support you throughout your wellness journey. Here's the single most important thing to understand, and almost no one explains it. Our bodies cannot store alcohol. Unlike fat, protein, or carbohydrates, which your body can tuck away for later, alcohol has nowhere to go. Your body treats it as something to clear out immediately. So the moment you take a sip, your liver shifts its priorities. It puts fat metabolism and blood sugar processing on the back burner and deals with the alcohol first. That's not a flaw in your discipline. That's just how the body is built to work. But it does mean that while you're sipping that second glass of wine, your fat burning slows down significantly. And for some people, it can stay suppressed for hours, which happens to be the exact window when our body should be repairing and burning fat overnight. So you can be doing a genuinely good calorie deficit, exercising consistently, and the scale still won't move because alcohol is competing with that process for your liver's attention. I want to say that clearly because I needed someone to say it to me. You weren't failing. You weren't not trying hard enough. Your body was just doing what bodies do. Now here's the part that connects to something I talk about a lot: sugar. Here's the cruel twist. Most drinks aren't just alcohol. A restaurant margarita can carry 30 to 60 grams of sugar. That's more than a can of soda, before you even count the alcohol itself. And fructose, the sugar in most sweet mixers, gets processed by the liver in a strikingly similar way to alcohol. Both bypass our normal energy pathways. Both get routed straight to the liver. Both, in excess, tend to get converted and stored, often right around the midsection. So a sweet cocktail is really a 2-for-1 job for your liver: detoxifying the alcohol and converting the sugar. 2 emergency tasks. Fat burning waits in line behind both of them. Let's do the math on one drink. A salt-rimmed margarita, roughly 300 to 500 calories, 30 to 60 grams of sugar, plus the alcohol itself, slowing fat metabolism for hours. 2 of those, a few nights a week, is enough to cancel out a genuinely disciplined week of eating well and exercise. I'm not telling you this to scare you off your favorite drink. I'm telling you so that next time the scale won't budge, you know exactly where to look first. If you feel like alcohol affects you more than it used to, rougher mornings, worse sleep, weight that won't shift, you're not imagining it. Midlife hormones change how your body handles a drink in a few specific ways. Cortisol. Alcohol tends to raise cortisol, your stress hormone, even while it makes you feel relaxed in the moment. Elevated cortisol is associated with belly fat storage and disrupted sleep. Estrogen. Alcohol affects how your liver processes estrogen. In midlife, when estrogen is already fluctuating, that can add to the hormonal shifts that make weight and mood harder to manage. Insulin and blood sugar. Sweet drinks spike insulin, and then alcohol can contribute to a blood sugar dip hours later, which is part of why some of us wake up at 3 a.m. hungry and wired. Growth hormone and sleep. Alcohol can help us to fall asleep, but it interferes with deep REM sleep, the stage where growth hormone is released and our body does a lot of its repair work. The body that could bounce back from a few drinks at 28 just isn't the same body we have at 48. That's not a punishment for aging. It's just information. And once you know the real cost, you get to decide what's actually worth it and when. So here's what I actually changed. I want to say this clearly. I did not quit drinking. I made it lighter, smarter, depending on events every 2 to 3 weekends, 1 to 2 times per month instead of a nightly one. Once I discovered the harmful effects that alcohol and sugar had on our health with little to no warning, especially after 50, I knew I had to make meaningful changes to protect my body, restore my well-being, and create a healthier future for myself. I continued gaining weight for several months before I finally discovered this important piece of the puzzle. Watch the attached video to learn more about how excess weight can affect our heart health and why taking small, consistent steps toward a healthier lifestyle can make such a meaningful difference. When I was younger, I had no issues gaining weight as a result of drinking. Rather, I should say that I did not have problems losing weight or maintaining weight until now. I have successfully lost close to 15 pounds over the last 2 months. That is huge for me, as I could not move the scale until this one pivot. Oh, and I also stopped consuming sugar. That was a major turning point for me. I'll be releasing a new video soon called Beyond Sugar, where I share more about what I discovered and why it matters so much. Honestly, I never thought I would be the one to release some of these habits, but my health means everything to me. So here I am, choosing healing, choosing discipline, and choosing a better version of myself one day at a time. And I am not performing strenuous exercise, walking, yoga, calisthenics, Pilates, 5 to 6 times a week. And this is the same transformation I desire for everyone. And it is the reason why I am so excited to introduce our newest wellness system, the Ultimate Fat Loss Blueprint System. Watch until the end to learn about the complete wellness system and our special offers. So the first tip, clear over dark. When I do drink, I reach for clear spirits, vodka, gin, 100% agave silver tequila. Clear spirits have fewer congeners, byproducts of fermentation found in darker liquors like whiskey and dark rum, which tend to be associated with rougher mornings and more inflammation. Second, club soda is your best friend. The sugar in a cocktail is often the bigger problem, not the alcohol. So the single biggest swap is the mixer. Trade the margarita mix, the tonic, the juice for plain club soda with fresh lime or lemon. A shot of clear tequila, a generous splash of club soda, a squeeze of lime. Crisp, refreshing, and almost none of the sugar load. Third, my weeknight ritual. On nights I want the ceremony without the alcohol at all, I reach for a lightly sweetened agave lime sparkling water. Cold glass, the fizz, the lime, the ritual is still there. That's the secret most of us miss. So much of what we love about a drink isn't the alcohol. It's the ritual, the pause, the moment that's ours. You can keep that and lose none of your progress. And here's the framework that changed everything for me. I moved alcohol from a nightly habit to a weekend night pleasure. Sunday through Thursday, club soda with lime. Friday or Saturday night, if I want a real drink, I have one, and I enjoy it without guilt. Some weekends, I continue the club soda ritual without drinking at all. 6 nights of clean fat burning. 1 night of intentional pleasure. That's not deprivation. That's design. You don't have to overhaul anything overnight. Just try 3 small experiments this week and let your own body show you the truth. 1. Swap the mixer. Trade one sweet cocktail for a clear spirit with club soda and lime. Notice how you sleep. 2. Move it to the weekend. Keep weeknights alcohol-free and reach for that sparkling club soda with lime instead. 3. Notice the scale. Give it 2 weeks of lighter drinking and watch what happens when you stop pausing your fat burning every night. You were never the problem. You simply didn't know what was in the glass. But now you do. And once you know better, you have the power to choose better. Remember, knowledge alone is not power. Knowledge becomes power when we apply it, when we use it to make wiser choices, protect our health, and improve the quality of our lives. And a quick, honest note, this is for the social drinker, someone who enjoys a weekly nightcap and wants to understand the cost. If alcohol ever feels like it has more of a hold on you than you'd like, there's no shame in that, and real support exists. Please reach out to your doctor or a trusted professional. You deserve support, not silence. I still love my evening pause. The cold glass, the fizz, the little ceremony that says the day is done. I never gave that up, and I'd never ask you to. What I gave up was the hidden cost, the stalled progress, the broken sleep, the heavy mornings. And in exchange, I gained something priceless: my health, my energy, and my body back. That is the heart of everything I build. We do not have to choose between feeling good in our body and enjoying the life we love. We just have to understand what our daily choices are really costing us and begin choosing on purpose. If this gave you even one, that's why moment, I've got a free download in the description that breaks down exactly what's driving stubborn weight after 40. No lecture, no guilt. Go grab it, like, subscribe. And as promised, here are the details about our new wellness system. See you in the next video. I am so excited to introduce you to our most comprehensive wellness program yet, the Ultimate Fat Loss Blueprint System. If you've been waiting for a sign to finally get started, this is it. For the next 50 founding members, you can get the entire Ultimate Fat Loss Blueprint System bonus bundle for just $7. Let me walk you through exactly what's inside and why each piece matters. Here's what's inside: the 7-day kickstart plan to get you moving without the guesswork, the 30-day becoming journey to keep your mindset anchored on the harder days, the 30-day meal plan so decision fatigue never derails you. The 7-day movement plan is built to work with your body, not against it, and high-protein food and grocery lists so you walk into the store knowing exactly what supports your goals. 9 tools total, one framework built to work together. As a founding member, you get all of it for $7, but only while spots remain. Click below and claim yours. Remember, consistency beats intensity.